What's up guys? I am back with another YouTube video. I'm so excited to be filming this video. I actually took a poll on my Instagram and I asked what you guys wanted to see. It was either going to be a get ready with me or a high-end versus drugstore full face of makeup video. So that's what you guys wanted to see, was the drugstore versus high-end, and I'm so excited to be doing that. I actually just got done moisturizing. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. The left side of my face, I'm going to be doing drugstore, and on the right side, I'm going to be doing high-end. And yeah, I'm so freaking excited. Okay, so let's go ahead and do primers and all that. So I actually ran out of my drugstore primer that I had, and so I'm not even going to mention it because it's gone. That means I only have one primer right now, and it is the TATI Silk Canvas. It's basically like a putty, and so it fills in your pores and everything. So that's what we're going to be using today. A little goes a long way, by the way, so I just kind of like place it throughout my whole face and move it around. And whenever we really get into like the like eye makeup and stuff, I'll zoom you guys in, but as of right now, we're gonna keep you farther away. So yeah, let me go damp my beauty blender because I forgot. I'm back. So these two foundations that I'm about to show you guys, these are pretty much a dupe, and I'm so glad that they are, because one is $5 and one is like $42. So that's a big difference right there, and if you can save some money, then freaking do it. So the first one is NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation in the shade Valaris. Okay. And then we have the Wet n Wild cream beige. And I'm gonna go ahead and put on the NARS one first. I have a mirror right here in front of my face, which is great. And one good thing about the Wet n Wild one is that there's like a little spatula, and so you can just kind of like go at it. I love that it has that actually. So the way that I blend out my foundation is with a brush like this. So I don't really know how to do that with two foundations on my face, but we're gonna figure it out. I've never actually done one of these videos before. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do this side. I'm just kind of shocked because I've never done these side by side. I've done them by themselves, and I've seen like the similarities, but now I'm actually seeing that they're so similar, and I freaking love that. Okay, now we're moving on to concealer. The first one that I have is the Tarte Shape Tape. This is in the mini size, because I love the mini size of stuff. It's just so cute, and it's so like travel friendly. I love it. This one is in the shade Fair Natural, so this is freaking light, and I'm not kidding around. Like, this one is light. And then this one is the e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer, and this thing is freaking great. Like, these are dupes for each other. This one is a dupe for this Tarte Shape Tape, 100%. So let's get into that. It looks like a lot, but it's really not. It always looks a lot on camera, but I promise I don't use like a whole lot like so many other people do. So there is a difference in the shade, as you can probably tell from the camera. which it's not that big of a difference. This one's just a little bit more yellow and this one's a little bit more white. We're just gonna have to make that work. I'm not gonna be doing cream contour today just because I only have a Drugstore cream contour stick. So we're just gonna not do that part. So I hope you guys are all staying safe, and I have been praying for this world a lot because it is scary right now. So we have that all blended out, and I don't know if you guys can tell a difference, but this was the high-end version and this is the Drugstore version. So tell me if you guys can kind of like tell the difference. I guess right now I feel like they're kind of the same. So for translucent powders, I have the Hourglass and the Kylie. So I'm putting Kylie in with Drugstore just because it is more affordable, but I mean it's like half the price of the Hourglass one. But I'm not saying that this is like the only one. I actually have this one, but it's a banana powder, so it's more of a yellow based, and I prefer to have like a full translucent powder on my base. Now this stuff I actually used to set my face in, and then I'll use the translucent powder around my eyes. So that's a trick that I thought I would mention because this is really more Drugstore. I think this is like $10 or $12. So yeah. But this is the one we're gonna use today. And okay, and so one of the things that I don't like about the Hourglass one is the fact that it's just got, I mean, it's beautiful packaging, but it's kind of a Rudy head to get out of there, if you know what I mean. Like, you have to shake it and you have to get it out of there. So I do really like the Hourglass one, but I would pick the Kylie one over this one any day, just because, I don't know, I just really like the way that the Kylie one finishes. So I actually am just gonna go ahead and set my face with the Makeup Revolution powder, just because I really don't want my face makeup to move around. There we go. Doesn't take a lot, just a little bit. Woo! So I just let that sit for a little bit. I don't leave it on there too long because I don't like a white cast, and I feel like whenever I leave it on there too long, I do have that white cast, and I don't really understand why that is, but okay. For bronzers, I'm using the Marc Jacobs Tantastic Coconut Perfect Tan Bronzer. It's a really long title, I don't know. It smells like freaking coconut, so it's really nice. And then on the other side of my face, we're gonna be using another Kylie product. This is in the shade Almond, and yeah, and there you have it. So they are a little different. This is kind of hard to do. So one is more for contouring and one's more for just straight up bronzer. So this one I'm going to be going very lightly with, and this one will be going a little heavier with. We'll see. I don't know how this is going to work out because I have more bronzers, but they're pretty much all high end. I don't really have any Drugstore bronzers. This just makes a difference in your makeup. Ooh. Okay. Now for blush, I'm going to be using the NARS Orgasm blush, and this is such a pretty color. So cute. And then for the other side of my face, for the Drugstore side of my face, I'm actually going to be using a BH Cosmetics palette, and this is the 6 color blush and highlighter palette. It comes with all this good stuff, and let's see, I'm trying to figure out which one's closer. The middle one is the closest. I'll probably mix these two together. I don't know. Actually, yeah, I'll mix these two together. Okay, so for eyebrows, I only have the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil in the shade 3. So this is what we're gonna be using. I don't have a drugstore one, so oops. Okay, so now my brows are done. Don't I look way better with brows? For high end on the eyeshadow palette, we're using the TATI Beauty Volume 1 eyeshadow palette, and this thing is freaking amazing. I'm just sad because I dropped it and my black palette, my black shadow fell out. Like literally everywhere. You can imagine how that was cleaning it up. For the other part of my eyes, we're going to be using the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. I'm gonna start with my drugstore half of the face and go ahead and start with the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm gonna go ahead and take this one right here, and that looks more, this looks like a good transition shade. Okay, so I'm going in with the TATI palette, and I can't really bring it up to show you guys because I'm afraid more of it's gonna spill. But I'm grabbing this shade right here for my transition shade. For my transition, can't talk. For my transition shade. I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit more. Now y'all can see a little bit better. This is actually pretty similar. I did pretty good on picking out this shade. Now let me tell you guys, the TATI palette is 10 times more pigmented than anything that I've ever tried. So I'm gonna take a big fluffy brush like this one, and I'm just gonna go ahead and go in. See, and now my freaking dark brown shade is gone, and I'm really freaking sad about it. But I'm gonna take what's left in that, and I'm gonna go ahead and just apply it to the outer part of my eye. So I'm gonna take a different brush for this side, on my drugstore side, because I want you guys to kind of see the full difference in this color. It's really hard to make these two the same, looking the same. So for the lid, we're gonna go ahead and take, this is one of the most prettiest colors that I've ever seen in my life. Like, TATI, you did so good on this palette. So it's, I can't show you guys like that because it'll freaking break. I know it will. It's this one right here, and I'm actually gonna mix a little bit with this one. You can't really tell right now, but this one right here has a little bit more of a shimmer to it, and that way it kind of meshes well with the Jaclyn Hill palette because that one has more of a shimmer. So pigmented, I freaking love it. Okay, so for the Jaclyn Hill palette, I'm going to be taking, I can just come up and show you guys this one. I'm gonna take this one right here. Such a different, that's a pretty different shade. I really like this eye better. This eye is not my favorite right now, but oh well, that's the point of this thing. Go ahead and do a highlight up at the top of my brow bone using the exact same shade that I used on my lid. This is the Jaclyn Hill palette one, the TATI one. This side looks not the same, but keep having to remind myself that it's not supposed to look the same. It's whatever. I'm really picky. I like my stuff to look the same. Okay, so for a pop of color, I do this a lot. I'll take a kind of a brighter color, and this is more of like a cranberry shade, and this is in the Jaclyn Hill palette, so I'm going to take that, and I'm actually going to go underneath. This is a very similar color in this palette. Gosh, I want to show you guys. Maybe I can just show you. Okay, there, this color right here. This color is what I'm like, this color. So that color is the one that I'm going to be using underneath this part of my eye. It's so similar. I'm doing pretty good on like the similarities of the coloring on these. So I'm taking this brush and I'm going to be taking, I'm taking this brush and I'm going to take a black shade, the only thing left in my TATI palette, and I'm going to go ahead and put it over here. Not a lot, very lightly. And just kind of blend it out. Gotta, oh, I keep, I was getting down from you guys. Nothing crazy, just a little bit on the outer corner. And then I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna take a black shade from the Jaclyn Hill palette and do the same thing on this eye as well. So nothing crazy. So for eyeliner, I only have one option for both of my eyes because I ran out of my go-to, which is actually Drugstore. It's by NYX and it's the Epic Ink Liner, and it's freaking good. I think it's like $8 or $9, something like that. Not expensive, but today we're going to be using the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner, and this one is more expensive. So we're not doing a wing, we're not doing anything crazy, we're just doing a line just so our eyelashes can be seamless on there and look like your eyelash line. For eyeliner today, I only have one. I'm so terrible about this because I only have one of some things. But this is the Marc Jacobs eyeliner in black. And so I'm not going to do very much of this. I'm just going to put it on the outer part of my eye, right over there. So now we're going to do some mascara. I've got the Better Than Sex Too Faced mascara and then the Voluminous Original L'Oreal Paris mascara. So let's go and do that. So I've been using this new thing on my eyelashes every single night before I go to sleep. It's called Rodan & Fields. I say like it's a new thing. This has been out for years, but I've been using it. It's new to me. I've been using it for a couple months now. Every single night, not a lot, just like one little strip down my eyelash, down on the top of my eyelash line. For a while I couldn't see a difference in my eyelashes with using the Rodan & Fields lash boost stuff, but now I can see a difference. And it's not like anything crazy, it's just they look better. They look a lot longer and I really like that. So. Okay, so my SD card just got super full and I had to switch out SD cards really quick, but I did my top eyelashes and now I'm going to do my bottom ones really quick. So for eyelashes, I'm going to be using, they're Kiss lashes and they are the extensions ones. That's what they're called. They're like eyelash extensions, lookalikes or something like that. I personally don't even use high-end lashes because I don't know, I just feel like I don't want to spend that much money on lashes when I can just get an even better pair at Walgreens for like $10 less. Literally like half the price. Wow, that's such a big difference. So for lips, what I'm going to be using is Buxom lip liner. I need to do it on this side because I'm going to get it mixed up. So Buxom lip liner in the shade Incognito, and then we're going to be using the NYX lip pencil in the shade Natural. So they are going to be a little different in color. %, would prefer the Buxom lip liner over the NYX one because it's just glides on so much easier. You saw me like really trying to freaking get color out of the NYX one. Okay, for lips, we're still going to be using the NYX one on this side. And on this side, I'm just gonna be using a gloss. This is also Buxom, so we're using NYX on this side and Buxom on this side. This feels so weird. Okay, and last but not least, I decided to leave the highlighter for last. We're gonna be using the Wet n Wild highlighting powder in the shade Golden Flower. Really, really pretty. And then on this side, we're gonna be using the Fenty Beauty in Hustler Baby. Hustler Baby, which is that one right there. Look at that, that's pretty. Put it on that side of my nose. A little bit up there. Fine. I don't know if you guys can tell the difference in my makeup, but let's go ahead and zoom in. Okay guys, so we are done with this makeup look. I hope you guys loved this video because I loved filming it, and I can't wait to film some more videos for you guys. I don't know what else I'm gonna film, but if you have any suggestions for me, then just comment below and let me know what you want to see, because I'm so excited to be filming again. And now that I have really nothing to do every day, I can film a lot more videos for you guys, and that's exciting. You would never know that I'm wearing like 2 totally different things on my face, and they're all just so different and they're awesome. And the drugstore side looks just as good as the high-end side, and there may be a couple of things that I love more than the other, but that's gonna happen when it comes to this kind of stuff. So yeah, other than that, I really love the way that this turned out. And I haven't done my makeup in a couple of days, so it just feels really good and refreshing to put on a full face of makeup, even though I have absolutely nowhere to go. That's the sad part. Like, I got cute and I got glam for nothing. So one thing that I want you guys to know coming into the next couple of videos that I have for you guys during this next month of quarantine is that I will not be talking about quarantine. I don't want to even mention that word after saying that after now, just because I know a lot of other people are saying that and like kind of mentioning it and reminding us that we're in it, and I don't even want to think about it. Like, I just don't want to think about it. I just want you guys to feel like you can come to my channel and just like get away from everything else. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be talking about anything like that on here. So just so you know, going into this next month, this will be a full channel where you can come and just like chill with me. So anyways, I hope you guys loved this video, and I can't wait to make more for you guys. I think that's all that I have for you guys. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Love you guys.